Hey everyone, so after my very unfortunate wig delivery during the Christmas holidays and unboxing, I wanted to give you a proper review of Editor's Pick by Raquel Welch in the new shade Iced Latte Macchiato. That is the wig that I'm wearing right now. So if you would like to hear my initial thoughts on Editor's Pick, then please keep on watching. So this is actually my very first time wearing Editor's Pick. Not now, but as a wig in general. So this wig has been around for a very long time, this style. It is a very famous short curly bob style from Raquel Welch. I think it has gained the status of legendary because it is just such a pretty wig and a very easy and versatile wig to wear. And I can understand why Raquel Welch actually brought this out in the newer collection as well. So I just have the basic cap at the moment with the wefting, which I will talk you through and let you know how I feel about it. So let's start off with a quick 360 so I can show you what the wig looks like on me, how I have broken the curl a little bit and how I've styled it, and then I will tell you a little bit more about the shade and how this wig wears for me. So this very cute curl pattern is extremely universal. I think it's one of those curl patterns that will never go out of style, and especially on some of the more brand wigs that we see in the market. A lot of wig companies have tried to mimic this wig, and I will actually review Mia by Tressalure in a few weeks time. I have a Belle Tress, which is in the same style and in the same vein. So I think this is just one of those wigs that are extremely popular in terms of curl pattern and length. So I will put the measurements up on screen if I haven't already, and so you can see what the length of this wig is. I like how it sits just above my collarbone. I do have a longer neck, an average size head, so it might fall a little bit lower on someone who doesn't have a longer neck like I do. So please be aware of that when I'm reviewing my wigs, is that they may appear a little bit shorter on me versus someone else. So the color that I purchased the Editor's Pick in is Iced Latte Macchiato. I only own one other wig, and that is in another legendary shade, Shaded Biscuit, and there are some color differences. I mean, if you can't get your hand on this, I think Shaded Biscuit is probably your next best bet, but this color is actually a little more pale blonde than the Shaded Biscuit color. So it's described as a pale ash brown base with cool blonde highlights and dark roots. So the rooting is quite prominent, which I really like. I like the paler blonde highlights on dark roots. And the highlights are very ashy. I think this is closer to the cool, almost silvery gray that we're seeing from some of the other brands at the moment and are very on trend. I don't know if Raquel Welch has another style in that really icy blonde shade, but I think they've hit the mark with this one, and it definitely reminds me of some of the other brands, and I say that like a Palm Springs blonde, almost the white silver gray tone of the blonde that they have. So I have my On Point Shaded Biscuit to show you how the color compares to Iced Latte Macchiato, and I think straight off the bat you can see that this does have some much lighter blondes and more ashier blondes versus the Shaded Biscuit. I find that Shaded Biscuit, although is a very neutral, cool tone base, I actually think that the Shaded Biscuit has a little bit more warmth and depth to it, whilst Iced Latte Macchiato, although it has the depth, it doesn't have as much warmth. And these are the tones that I'm going for when I look for blondes. Like, I do adore Shaded Biscuit, but I find that Iced Latte Macchiato is more of that ashy, cool, almost silvery gray highlight versus Shaded Biscuit, as you can see. So I'll actually insert a shot of Palm Springs Blonde from John Renault, Shaded Biscuit, Iced Latte Macchiato from Raquel Welch, and my Natural Image wig to show you the color comparison of the 4 shades next to each other. So I've included Natural Image only because I do wear my Natural Image wig quite a lot. I have 3 wigs in the same shade, and yes, it's been my most worn wig in December, so I'll have that up on screen as well in the side-by-side comparison, and I'll have them on a dark background so you can really see the highlights, the shading, and I guess those blonde and ashy tones in each of the wigs. Editing Kim here. I just wanted to say that Iced Latte Macchiato is actually pulling a bit more ash brown in the side-by-side comparisons than the other 3 shades. That's really interesting. Okay, so as you can see with the side-by-side, I think I'm now a convert. As much as I love Shaded Biscuit, this is probably my new favorite in Raquel Welch. Iced Latte Macchiato just ticks all the boxes that I'm looking for in a blonde. I want it to be ashy. I want it to have a little bit more of a platinum look. I like the darker root. And I like the blend a lot more than I like Shaded Biscuit. So I'm hoping that there will be more styles introduced in this shade so that I can pick them up. So let's now talk about cap before I take it off. So as I mentioned, I am an average size head. I run a little bit small, so on the smaller side, and I find that this wig cap is a perfect fit. So if you are a petite to average and an average, this wig will be perfect for you. I think definitely a petite to average can wear this. It is, as I mentioned, on the small size. At the moment, I've moved the adjusters slightly out so that it is a comfortable fit. And yeah, I really enjoy how this feels. I dare say again that I enjoy it more than my On Point. So that's saying a lot, and you know, I haven't worn this as much as I have my On Point, but I feel that this is a lot more comfortable in terms of cap, fit and construction. I'll take the wig off so you can see the construction from the inside, and we can talk a little bit about the features. So I've taken the wig off and I want to talk to you a little bit about the features of the wig. It is a temple to temple lace front wig and mono top. So it has a beautiful lace front with that lovely blonde contoured, I guess, edging that Raquel Welch does so well. And I adored on Point, and I really do enjoy on this one. So it has some shorter fringes here in the front that you can either trim down to a full fringe if you like, or I sweep to the side as a bit of a side bang. As I mentioned, it has a double mono top, which is this portion just here. It doesn't go all the way to the crown because on the crown area we actually have some rose covered fabric which has quite a bit of permatease there, so it gives you a lot of body on top. I've actually flattened that down a little bit. I don't want too much body on top with this curl pattern because I think it does make me almost helmet head. Personally, because I have a smaller head size, or I have a small to average head size, if I do give it some bulk, it does look a bit wiggy or a bit helmet head. So I have tried to flatten that down as much as possible, and I've calmed down the curl a little bit. So this has your standard wefted cap. It has your felt covered ear tabs. It has your extended nape with Velcro adjusters. What I wanted to say is there are so many tags on this wig. I don't like cutting them off, but yeah, there are heaps of tags compared to some of my other wigs. So I just wanted to note that because I would actually hate if they came through the wefts at some point. So compared to On Point, this actually doesn't have the silicone webbing on the cap. I think that's what she calls her comfort cap. I actually don't mind because I never go bald. Or I never not wear a nylon wig cap except for when I'm reviewing wigs. The cap itself is really lovely. There is a lot of hair on this wig. It's not for the faint of heart. If you are looking for a little less dense wig, then this is probably not the one. I find that it is quite, yeah, it can be a lot of hair, and as I said, it can be quite wiggy. So yeah, I mean, look, it is a beautiful wig, don't get me wrong, but yeah, no, it's a lot of hair. So I'm gonna put this back on and I'll tell you my final thoughts of this wig. Okay, so this is what it looks like when I put it on. A lot of people will be really scared of this, but yeah, I try and comb it down, tame it a little bit. I've worn this really deep, like as a deep side swept bang. I feathered it out a little bit, which I think is quite cute. Or you can just make it a bit more, too far back first of all. Yeah, so there's different ways that you can style the front of this wig because it has the shorter bang. And I find something I didn't mention, the lace front is so soft. I really love how soft the Raquel Welch lace fronts are versus some of my other wigs. I think this is extremely soft and very manageable, and I think that's why I find it so comfortable on the head. So as I mentioned, there is permatease here, so I have flattened this slightly. So as you can see, it looks very different when you first plonk it on your head to when you style it afterwards. So this is Raquel Welch Editor's Pick in Iced Latte Macchiato. I have worn this a few times during the Christmas break. I enjoy wearing this wig quite a lot, and I'll continue to enjoy wearing it. I don't have another editor's pick to compare to, but just from this alone, the cap is extremely comfortable. I do like the curl pattern. You can tame it, so don't be afraid of a lot of hair. If you want a lot of hair, conversely, this is perfect. Just give it a shake, give it a tease through, and you will have your big hair to your heart's desire. Yeah, I find it really comfortable. I love this shade. It is my new favorite blonde from Raquel Welch. I'm hoping they come out with a more extended range in this shade. So I hope you have enjoyed my review today of Editor's Pick by Raquel Welch. If you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe before you leave today and click on that bell icon so that you are notified of all the new videos that I upload. I have a few new videos on the way in the month of January, some makeup videos as well as other wig try-ons. And please don't forget to like this video if you have enjoyed my review. Please let me know if you have any questions about Raquel Welch, about the shade. I'm happy to respond as soon as I can to your questions down below. So thanks again for stopping by, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.